The first type of continuous probability distribution that I would like to start with is uniform probability distribution. This is probably the easiest type of continuous probability distribution because the uniform variable, this is the variable that has equally likely outcomes over the range of possible values. So over the interval, the probability of one outcome is the same as the probability of any other outcome on this interval. So the probability density function in this case is estimated as 1 over d minus c, where d and c, this will be the upper boundary and the lower boundary within some interval. And the x, the variable of interest, will be lying between d and c. We can also calculate the mean and standard deviation for uniform variable, and here are the formulas for you. So let's have a look at this slide, and from where you can get an idea how the probability of a uniform variable is estimated. So for example, we are interested in the probability that some random variable lies between b and a. So if you look at this graph, you will see that the total interval, the given interval, let's say the main interval, is from d to c. And we are interested that x, the random variable, lies within the part of this large interval, so between b and a. To calculate the probability of x being within this rectangular, we subtract a from b and divide this difference by the difference between d and c. And in this way, we get the probability that x, some random variable, lies between b and a. As you can see, the height of this probability of this density function is 1 divided by d minus c. Actually, but this is not very important. What is more important is this interval, the small interval and the big interval. So let's have a look at the example. So an unprincipled used car dealer sells a car to an unsuspecting buyer, even though the dealer knows that the car will have a major breakdown within the next 6 months. So we know that the car will break down within 6 months. The dealer provides a warranty of 45 days on all cars sold. Calculate the probability that the breakdown occurs while the car is still under warranty. So we know that the warranty is 45 days, or if we transform this into month, this is 1.5 months. We can, from this description, we can also get the size of the main interval, so the upper and the lower boundaries of the main interval. And in this case, the interval is from 0 months till 6 months, so till the car breaks down. So D will be 6 and C is 0. And we are interested in the probability that the car will break down within the first 1.5 months. So we're interested in the probability that X lies between 0 and 1.5. So we get that B is equal to 1.5 and A is equal to 0. And we're interested in the probability that the breakdown will occur before 1.5 months. So let's see how this result is calculated. So in the numerator we put b minus a, so 1.5 minus 0, and in the denominator we put d minus c, which is in our case 6 minus 0, and we get the probability of 0.25. So the probability that the breakdown occurs while the car is still under warranty is 25%. If it helps, you can always make a graph of the situation, and actually I strongly recommend you to do that. So on this graph, you can see that the purple line indicates the main interval, so from 0 to 6, and this, let's say rectangular, orange rectangular, represents the interval in question, so from 0 to 1.5. And what we've just calculated above here is the probability that X lies within this orange rectangular.